Hi, it's Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. I wanted to share my results after using the NIRA Laser for 7 months. This is an at-home laser that you can use to help address discoloration, fine lines and wrinkles, and to help you produce more collagen. It's supposed to be painless and it has 5 levels. It's very expensive. It's $599. I picked it up in November of 2023 during their Black Friday sale. So I got a significant discount, but it was still almost $500 once I paid for tax and everything. But this is a product that I had been very curious about because this is an FDA-cleared laser for home use. Now, it's non-ablative, it is non-fractional, but it should help by heating up your skin to build collagen underneath. And some of the images I've seen online are absolutely massive. The reason I picked this up is I have been worried about the lines in my forehead. This right here, I know that this is like half of an of 11s. I don't have much on the other side. It's like an offset one for me. And then some of the fine lines underneath my eyes and right across here. What I don't want is the texture on my eyelids or my eyebrows to start like drooping too much, getting too saggy. I want to make sure I continue to maintain the kind of elasticity of my skin. The other thing that I noticed is that right here in this area, the older I get, the more of a jowl I get. Now, I don't know whether this is going to help all of those things, but I was committed to using this every day for 6 months. All right, and what happened was June was so busy for me. June rolled around. I had family visiting. I couldn't record this video. So I said, let me just do it at the beginning of July. We'll have 7 months. So what I have are pictures of myself 1st of December, 1st of March, 1st of June, and the 1st of July. So these are progressive photos. They're all taken in the same place in my house. They're taken in the bathroom. There's no beauty lighting. These are the lights of truth. These are the overhead lights in my bathroom. Basically, it's like a bar of lights right over the mirror. I turn those on. I angle myself towards the wall so I have a fairly clear background, and I snap pictures. Always in the same place, always with the same lights. There's a little bit of a difference, and I think that has to do with the time of day, and I should have been more careful about the time of day because there's no like windows in the bathroom, but there are lights in the bedroom that lead into the bathroom, and I can see that some of the coloring is not right on. But what I was really looking at was less the overall color and more about the texture of my skin. I will also tell you I made one mistake, which is December's photo I took right after putting on my skincare. I had washed my face and I had put on my skincare, and that's when I realized, as I'm looking back at all the rest of them, I took the photo of the other ones from March, from June, and July after having washed my face, but before putting skincare. So my skin looks a little bit more hydrated, a little bit glowier, but I'm not wanting you to get thrown off by that. You also see that my cheeks are a little bit redder. It was very cold at the beginning of December, so I was a little wind chapped. And on top of that, taking the time to put in my skincare meant that I had been rubbing my face and it was just a little bit red. That happens every time I touch my face. It turns red for a couple of seconds and then it dies back down as the blood comes to the surface. Just circulation changes. So the one thing that I have noticed, probably the biggest thing that I have noticed is, guess what? I've been doing my best to keep my skin in pretty good condition. So I did not notice any really large changes. All the changes I've seen have been very minuscule, which first of all makes me think that great. I've been wearing my sunscreen. I've been washing my face every day at the end of the day. I've been putting on hydrating properties, and I've been making sure that I'm eating good food, drinking plenty of water, doing all the things that will help keep my skin in a healthy place. I was really hopeful that this laser would help to diminish the look of this hyperpigmentation spot. I did not notice that happening. What I have noticed is that when I use the NIRA Pro, the places that I really focus on are my forehead and especially right here. I feel like this line here is so deep from so many years of expression. It's probably, if anything, not really going to get a ton better. It's just not going to get progressively worse. But I have noticed that I have less makeup settling in the lines in my forehead than I used to because they're not as deep. The other thing that I've noticed is the same thing happening underneath my eyes and here where I have crow's feet. I think that is huge. I will tell you, I kind of gave up. I was doing my entire face and then I was doing like my under chin area and then my neck. I gave up on, I just said, let's just stick to the face. I do want to do like, you know, my neck and my under chin area. I do want to do my chest. I would like to hit the backs of my hands. But the truth is, the one thing I knew I could do every single day for 6 months was my face, because I wanted to do this video and I wanted to show you, if you spend your money, is it worth it? Now, I don't know what my skin would have looked like without having used this laser for 7 months. Who knows, 7 months later, I found like there was a huge difference in the appearance of my skin from 2019 until now. I feel like I didn't feel like I was aging pretty aggressively up to 2019, and then 2019 hit. Oh my goodness. And then it just went like, and these last 5 years from 44 to 49, wow. I remember hearing a saying in the 80s, you know, time marches on and it's marching across your face. That's what it has looked and felt like to me. So I'm looking for skincare that's really doing double duty. I'm using a ton of SPF. I'm staying out of the sun. And then I'm using at-home devices like the NIRA Laser. Let me show you how it works. You press this button to turn it on. And once it's on, it's hard to see, but there are 5 little bars here. And the more you press the button, you increase it from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1 is the lowest, 5 is the highest setting. And what happens is when you press it to your skin, it heats up your skin, and then you move it right next to where it is. You'll hear the beep. So I do this all over my face. I'll start usually right here between the eyebrows. I'll lean my head back and I'll hit like the orbital bone right across the eyebrow and this upper portion of my eyelid. I stay away from my actual eyelid. The fan just kicked on. And what you'll notice is if you press it down, that's the error sound. It's an annoying little sound that means that it's not sitting on your skin in a level way, so it does not administer heat. And then when it does that little chime, it means that its entire circuit is done. But I just keep going. All right, there we go. One thing I have noticed with this, and I was a little disappointed in it, is because I spent so much on it, this little fan that turns on to cool it sometimes sounds like it's getting stuck or it's hitting something, and it starts to have a slight grinding sound. I just did my entire face, the little bit of the under neck area, and it took me about 5 minutes. It doesn't really take that long. The hardest part for me is remembering to do it. You know what I ended up doing? I ended up taking out my phone and I put a reminder, an alarm that went off every single day at 10 p.m. I'm usually not in bed before 10 p.m. So there was 1 or 2 nights over the last couple of months, well, I should say last 7 months, where I missed it, but no more than 3 nights have been missed in the last 7 months. And building that habit of doing it every single night, I wanted to make sure that I was getting as accurate result as I could. By the way, I couldn't get that buzzing with the fan to come on. Just know that it sounds like a grinding sound, like a, it's kind of weird. And then it goes away. So I'll turn it on and it won't have that same grinding noise. And sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. So I find that that intermittent sort of It concerns me because I don't know if it means it's having problems and it's going to break and it's not going to last. And after a $500 investment, $500 is what I paid for the sale price of this. And with that level of financial investment, I want it to work as long as humanly possible. I don't want to get 7 months out of it and have it die. So I'm hoping that that's not a problem. I will say I have not reached out to NIRA, and maybe I should have. One thing that I think is really interesting about this is because my skin was already in a really good state, the places that I have been most impressed with are the under eye and then right up in through here. I don't actually like go over my eye. I kind of hold it where the bottom of this is hitting the orbital bone, and then I just kind of go across. And I find that I've had a little bit of lifting in this area, and that the texture on this part of my lid is a little bit less textured. When I'm putting eyeshadow on, especially a shiny eyeshadow, it looks less like it's like crepey and weird, and it looks a lot smoother. That's really fantastic. I've noticed another really small difference in these lines here at the corners of my mouth when I'm in a neutral state. They're not as deep as they used to be, and that's really good, because if I am not smiling, it looks like I'm frowning, and I'm like, I'm not, I'm just thinking, or I'm not smiling, that's it. For me though, the reason that I got it is the forehead lines, and I have noticed a difference here. The one thing that really surprised me was that I didn't get a really major difference, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I have been using sunscreen habitually for decades, every single day, 365 days a year. I've been using dedicated skincare, washing my face at the end of the day. Even on the days that I'm not wearing makeup, I still wash my face and put on, you know, like a nighttime serum, an eye cream and a face cream, and I go to bed. I've taken really good care of my skin for the last 2 decades, but I feel like had I been a little bit more neglectful and started using this, I would have seen much more dramatic results. The results that I've seen that I've really appreciated, these lines are not as deep as they used to be. Here's also where I want to mention to you, I've never had Botox. I don't get fillers. This is 49.5 years of my face aging. Smiling, laughing, crying, frowning, all the things. I still do them all. But my goal is to make sure that I'm doing the best that I can at home to minimize me going to the dermatologist later going, I think I need some filler, or can you give me some Botox right here? And there's nothing wrong with that. But right now, a $500 investment for me, this on a sale, was much less expensive than Botox 3 times a year for, you know, the rest of my life, or going and getting fillers. That doesn't mean I might not get there eventually, but I'm pretty happy where I'm at. I will also tell you, I don't use any tretinoin. I have a condition called pseudotumor cerebri, where if you use any sort of vitamin A, either oral vitamin A or topical, it can increase the pressure inside your brain of the cerebral spinal fluid. And because I deal with that, the pressure level is already high, and no dermatologist or doctor will prescribe it to me for fear that it might increase that intracranial pressure, and I can't have that. So the types of results that I'm getting is from over-the-counter, you know, serums, eye creams, exfoliation, just regular hydrators, and SPF, and the NIRA Laser. So this is not tretinoin based skin, and I would love to be on tretinoin, but it's just not advisable for me. So I feel like I'm glad that I've been taking good enough care of my skin, that I've been investing in it for so long, and I feel like this is another level of investment. I will, at the beginning of this month, because I want to try a different sort of at-home treatment, I'm going to stop using this. And I'm going to stop using it for the next 3 months, because I'm really excited to try a LED mask that is a mask as well as like a neck plate. And I'm really curious to see the sorts of results that I can get from that. So expect to hear back from me probably October, November. Letting you know how things have gone for me. I feel like this has been something that not only is been good for my skin and has helped to improve it in small ways that is hard sometimes to see in those photos, but is easy for me to notice on my face. Beyond that, I also feel like it's been a great way for me to get in the habit of doing something proactive at home on a daily basis aside from washing and putting on my skincare. I feel like it's self-care time for me. I also feel like it's me investing in my future face, which I think is a good thing. This is one of those things that I would recommend to you if you have the cash to invest in it, but wait for a sale. Right now, when it's not on sale, it's $599. And I would never have purchased it, like even paying $500 for it on the sale price. That was a lot for me. But I would say wait until you can find a sale. And if you can stack someone's code, because I know some other influencers have codes for NIRA. I think Wayne Goss has one. I think Glitzy Fritzy has one. I think Jen Love has one. There are other influencers out there who have one. This is something that I purchased myself. NIRA does not know who I am. And I've been trying this because I wanted to know for myself and then share that information with you. So if you can, get it on sale and then see if you can stack someone's discount code on top. Like save as much as you can. Do I think it's worth it? Yes. Do I wish I had more dramatic results? Well, of course I do. But I think more than anything, it's not that I didn't get results. It's that I've been taking good enough care of my skin previous to this that my results may not be as dramatic as the ones I saw on the website. I would recommend it, but only if it's in your budget and it's something that you have time for, because no beauty treatment, no matter how effective, is going to work if you don't do it regularly. So for me, the best thing was, let me set an alarm in my phone and do it every single day. And I feel like it has made a difference. But now I've switched it from being my NIRA Laser every night to being my LED mask, and we'll see. And once I kind of get through using each one and seeing what sort of results I get from each, then I might pair them together, or maybe do one on one night and do the other on another. Here's where I would love to know if you use a laser or a different type of at-home treatment product. It could be an LED mask, it could be anything else. What are you doing for you? Or if you don't, what sorts of things do you do to maintain the overall health of your skin? I don't mind getting older. I really feel like, 50 is coming and I'm kind of happy. I've learned so much. I feel like I'm in the wiser years of my life and I really like that. I just want to, as much as possible, maintain what I have. I'm not trying to look like my teenage daughters. That is not what I'm going for. But I do definitely want to look as young and vibrant as I can at the age that I'm at. Thanks so much for watching today. I appreciate it. I want to know, do you have the NIRA Pro? Do you have the original NIRA Laser? If you don't use one of these products, are you using another at-home device? What are you using? What sorts of results are you seeing? And has it been worth it for you? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Have an incredible day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.